Former Judge Theresa Brennan finds herself on the other side of the bench during her sentencing for perjury at Livingston County Circuit Court.
The shame I felt, the fear of going into a store anywhere in public because of the stares.
The judge's problems really all began back in January 2013. At that time, she was presiding over a double murder trial.
About 4 days prior to the trial, a scandalous accusation was made in that Judge Brennan was involved in a close personal relationship with the main witness, lead detective Sean Furlong.
One of the problems with having a close personal relationship with a lead witness is the fact that it may appear that you cannot be fair and impartial.
Judge Brennan said, no, absolutely not. This is just a friendship, nothing more than that. And after being asked to recuse herself from this particular case, she said, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Now, flash forward 4 years, it's 2017, and Judge Brennan is in the midst of a nasty divorce from her husband, Don Root.
I didn't want him to leave. I didn't want him to leave.
These allegations that she had relations with the lead detective on that murder case came back to haunt her when her husband exposed the affair during her trial.
People had been telling me right up to that point, God, she's screwing around.
The judge admitted that she had the affair, but she said the affair occurred after the trial. We now know that not to be true.
Phone records indicate that Judge Brennan had conversations with the lead detective 3 times during the trial. And then there were another 231 calls prior to the trial.
Ultimately, Judge Theresa Brennan was charged with perjury, misconduct in office, and tampering with evidence.
People versus Theresa Brennan.
Brennan faces up to 15 years in prison on the perjury charge if convicted in a trial.
Ms. Brennan wishes to plead guilty.
But she pleads guilty in December 2019 as part of a deal with the Michigan Attorney General's office for a maximum sentence of 6 months.
In my divorce, I was asked if I had asked my staff to research how I could delete information from my phone. And my answer was that I was joking when I said it.
Okay, and you were not joking,
I
is
was
that
not
correct?
joking.
When the question about your fairness and your ability to be impartial comes into play, then it's time for you to be removed from the bench and maybe suffer other consequences.
7 years after the Kowalski murder trial, the former judge faces those consequences.
During sentencing, you always see varying emotions. The judge gave it her all.
At night, I got the rosary as I fell asleep. I would awake, I would pull the comforter over my head, creating a cocoon. Fall and winter were a welcome relief because darkness arrives sooner.
I saw a woman who was desperate to explain away her unprofessional behavior. I just didn't buy it.
I have believed I am worthless. I have believed I will never be deserving of love. Do you not understand? I am broken.
In this case, the tearful confession did not convince the judge. The judge sentenced her to 6 months in jail, 200 hours of community service, and 18 months of probation, the top end of the sentencing range.
As a result of the outrageous and egregious behavior by the judge in the case of Jerome Kowalski, of course the case was thrown out.